Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Crack Economics and Statistics. This is Professor Atman Shah. I teach economics at St. Xavier's College, Ahmedabad, India. In this video, I'm going to share with you how to enter the data in SPSS, how to define the variable, and how to find a particular case or a particular variable when we have the large data with us. To find more videos on SPSS, statistics, and economics, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel and don't forget to press the bell icon. So let's begin with the data entry. When we open the data editor window of the SPSS, we find these two views on left-hand side corner. Here we have variable view, in which we can define the variable, the type of the variable. And in data view, we can actually enter the data, the observations. So first thing that we do in SPSS is we enter the variable, we define the variable in variable view. So for example, my first variable is ID. So I write ID. And if you press enter, all other columns will be filled automatically. And then we can change as per our requirement or as per the nature of the variable. Now, for example, this ID shows the ID of the students. So you can write the full name of the variable in this label column. So here I write students ID. Why we write the full name in the label? Suppose you write here the full name, students ID, students ID, and if you press enter, it will show you an error. This error says that variable name contains an illegal character because you cannot enter space in the variable name. So SPSS treats space as an illegal character. So if you want to use the space, you can use underscore. So it is better that we write the small name in the name column and then write the full name of the variable in the label. Similarly, if I write for ID, if I write for ID, so I start the name of the variable with numeric, and if I press enter, again it will show an error which says that variable name contains an illegal first character. So you cannot start the name of the variable with numeric. You will have to start, or we have to define the variable name with the alphabet only. So now we have this variable ID. I don't want any decimal points, so I'm reducing this decimal points to 0. In measure column, we can define the type of the variable. Now we know that we have 4 types of variables: nominal variable, ordinal variable, interval variable, and ratio variable. So SPSS treats interval and ratio variable as scale variable. So this scale variable includes interval and ratio variables both. Second is ordinal variable, and third is nominal variable. So we know that student's ID is a nominal variable, so select nominal. In role, I'm not going into this. I am not going to explain this column right now. So just select both. So this column basically used to define the variable, whether that variable is target variable or input variable. So we can use this variable in our regression analysis or any other statistical tool. So right now I'm selecting both. So now if you see the data view, this ID variable is created. So we can enter the data. And if you put your cursor on this name of the variable, the original name or the label of that variable can be seen. So if you put your cursor here, you can see the student's ID. That is the label that we have written in the variable view. You can see here. Now suppose my second variable is gender. So I write gender. Now we know that gender has 2 categories. male and female. So we need to assign the codes to each category. If we don't assign the values or codes to each category, it is difficult to use this variable in our statistical analysis. So to assign the values, we use this values column. So if you click here, none, you can see this button. So click on this button. The dialog box called value labels will appear on your screen. Now here in value box, I write 1, and in label, I write male, which means that I'm assigning value 1 to the first category of the gender, that is male, and click on add. My second category is 2, and I assign this second category to female and add here. Since gender is a nominal variable, order doesn't matter. So we can also assign 1 to female and 2 to male. That won't change our analysis, the result of the or outcome of the analysis. So simply click OK. If you see, this is assigned here. Again, I don't want any decimal point, so I'm reducing it to 0. Now we know that gender is a nominal variable, so select nominal in measure column and select both in roll column. Suppose my third variable is the faculty. From which faculty students have passed out. So suppose there are 3 faculties: arts, commerce and science. So again, this variable faculty has 3 categories. So this is a nominal variable because order doesn't matter. So I assign the values. If you click here, click on this button. Again, value labels dialog box will appear on your screen. So assign 1 to arts, 2 to commerce, and 3 to science. Science. So now we have 3 categories: arts, commerce and science. Click OK. Decimal points 0. Now in this type column, you can change the type of the variable. Suppose my variable faculty, and I am assigning A to arts, C to commerce and S to science. In that case, faculty is not a numeric variable. So here you can change the type. So here we have comma, dot, date, dollar, string. So if I assign the alphabet to each category, then that variable is a string variable. So here I can change the type of the variable. Since we are assigning the numerical values to each category, the variable is a numeric variable. Suppose my fourth variable is marks. Now, this marks shows the marks out of 100. So here I can write in label the full name of the variable. So I write marks out of 100. We know that marks is a ratio scaled variable. It is measured on ratio scale. So in measure, we select scale because this scale includes both, as I said, interval variable and ratio variable. So select scale in measure column. Now if you see the data view, 4 variables are generated here. You can see the variables that we have defined in the variable view. And if you go to this marks column, you can see the marks out of 100, the label that we have given to this variable called marks. Now we can enter the data. So here variables are defined in the variable view, and now we are entering the data with the help of data view. So I enter the data of ID. So there are 10 students, suppose. So there are 10 IDs. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now we need to enter the data of gender. Now instead of writing full male and female in words, we can simply write 1 and 2. We know that 1 is assigned to male and 2 is assigned to female. So if I write 1, you can see the male is written in the column, in the cell. So 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. From this icon, you can see this icon called value labels. If you click on this icon, you can see the codes. And if you again click on this icon, you can see the labels. So you can change the view as per your convenience. Now in faculty, we have 3 faculties: arts, commerce, and science. So I write 1 for arts, 2 commerce, 3 science, again 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1. So again, there is no need to write arts, commerce, and science when you enter the data, because if we have very large data, it is very time consuming to write every time the full name. So it is very easy for the data operator to write 1, 2, and 3. So it saves our time and energy both, and it reduces the chances of error. Now we enter the marks. So suppose I enter marks randomly: 67, 65, 78, 32, 46, 89, 91, 48, 73, 65. So this is our data file, and now we can use this data file for the analysis. So suppose we have very large data file. We have 30 or 40 variables, or we have more than 100 or 200 cases or observations, and we want to find a particular case or a particular variable. For this, we can use this icon. Here you can see go to variable icon. Once you click on this icon, this dialog box will appear on your screen. Now here you can go to a particular variable, or you can go to a particular case. So suppose I first I want to find a particular variable, or I want to see a particular variable in my data file. So here, once you go to variable, you can write the name of the variable. So suppose I write gender. So you can see the list of the variables that we have defined in the variable view here. So I simply select gender, click on go. You can see this gender column is selected in our data file. So this is how we can find a particular variable in our large data file. Suppose I want to find variable called marks. So if I write marks and click go, you can see now the marks column is selected. Suppose I want to go to a particular case. I want to go to case number 9. So if here I write 9, sorry, first select case and then write 9 and click on go. So you see the 9th row is selected here. If I write 5th and click on go, you can see the 5th row is selected. So this is how we can go to a particular case or variable to check whether there is any error, or suppose we want to change anything in that particular case or in that particular variable. So this is how we can enter the data and define the variable in the data editor window. When we do statistical analysis, the output of that analysis is generated in the output window. So when you open the SPSS file, you will get 2 windows: data editor window and output window. In data editor window, we have these 2 views: variable view, in which we define the variables, and data view, in which we actually enter the data. So if you find this video useful, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Crack Economics and Statistics. You can also share this video with others, and to find more videos, you can go to the SPSS playlist in my YouTube channel. The link is given in the description. Thank you very much.